Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. In the last episode we landed here on Ether in search of the GFS TYR and the Galactic Federation troopers. Haven't found any alive yet. Then we walked into this dark portal here, got sent to another world, and lost a whole bunch of our upgrades. You know, which is absolutely splendid. So in this episode, we're gonna just keep trekking on. Now, fun fact, I think this is actually a pretty recently discovered skip, but you can actually skip in the GameCube version. You know, of course, all of this stuff's pretty much going to be the GameCube version. You can skip losing your items. There's actually a way using out of bounds glitching to get yourself past that point, and therefore you keep all of the upgrades that you lose. So you have the grapple beam, you have the power bombs, you have missile launcher, space jump, all that stuff right from the start, which means you don't have to collect them again, which really opens up the game a lot in terms of, you know, if you want to break it. Yeah, if you're a speedrunner like that. Don't think there's anything else to do in this room. Looks similar to the other one that we were in, but not as much activity. So we'll activate this elevator here and ride it up. But yeah, that skip that I talked about has actually made me pretty interested in watching speedruns of this game. So here's a translator door. There's one on the other side of this tunnel as well. So you can see the one on the side that we came from. We can't open it yet. So only one way to go forward, and that is this way. So I got another one of these Mark 6 gates. Let's see, I can grab a scan right here. This is one of our first creatures. It's a green Kraly, omnivorous hunter-gatherer. Simple-minded creature, patrols turf in search of nourishment, low threat index, avoid physical contact. So again, this guy won't like shoot anything at you, just don't touch it. Cousin to the dimensional shifting Kraly. The green Kraly spends its days roaming in search of food. A genetic defect prevents its back crystal from harnessing energy and opening warp portals. It is doubtful the green Kraly misses this ability. Got some more crates here. These are just bigger crates. I think, no, we can destroy those ones. The heavy transport crate, however, we cannot destroy. So that one, we're gonna have to find some other way of getting that out of our way. This right here is another research scan. It's a Galactic Federation bridge. Mark II bridge, portable bridge system. This bridge is durable, but often locks in place, leading Marines to call for a new design. The Mark III should enter service within the next 8 cycles. So, we've got a scan point right here, which will activate this crane and get that box out of our way. So actually, maybe we can't destroy those. Can't hurt to try. So send that on its way, and of course it's another translator door, which we can't do anything about. So let's try these boxes. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense that we won't be able to destroy them because, you know, they want you to scan that. Now, these things on the wall up here, scan them before walking too far forward, because once you do, it'll trigger the splinters actually bursting out of the cocoons and fighting you. So it will destroy them and you won't be able to scan them after that. At least I don't think so. We can try it, but I would just recommend getting the scan before you walk too far forward. Splinter cocoon, protective structure for sleeping splinters. Destroying the structure inside will eliminate the splinter inside, but will also alert other splinters nearby. So I'm not going to do that, so we can actually get the scan for the splinter itself. But yeah, here's what it looks like. Splinters will enter their protective cocoons when tired or sated. The cocoon is durable, but can be destroyed by weapons fire. Destroying the cocoon will kill the splinter inside. When this occurs, the dying splinter will emit a shriek that will alert all nearby splinters in hibernation. This will drive them into battle frenzy as a defense mechanism. So, if we destroy one of them, the other two will burst. Yeah, see, you don't get the scan from the destroyed splinter cocoons, but we can scan the other splinters. Predatory insectoid hunter. Splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. When it is hunting, a splinter will secrete a protective cocoon around itself in a state of hibernation. Localized seismic disturbances will awaken the splinter, triggering a state of blood frenzy in the process. While in this state, a splinter emits pheromones that trigger frenzy in all nearby splinters. Disturbing a pack of sleeping splinters is not advisable. Luckily for us, there were only 3 cocoons here, and I was trying to see if I could kill both of them with the splash damage, but oh well. They just go down to charge shot. 1 missile will also do once we actually get that back. This guy's not harming us at all, so we'll just leave him be. So this here will activate the locks on the bridge for us to shoot, simple stuff. Kind of the same stuff that they made you do at the beginning of Metroid Prime. Which, to be fair, is a good idea since, for the GameCube versions at least, the controls were not what you would expect from a standard shooter. They weren't your standard dual stick controls. So we have another logbook entry here, another trooper log, PFC M. Veroni. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. Talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Okay, probably just some more biomatter. Yep. They do kind of tease you a little bit with giving you the boost ball at the very beginning and then kind of taking it away from you. It's really nice to be able to have that, but of course, wouldn't be a Metroid game if we had everything at the beginning. Although, as I just said, with the speedrunning tactics, if you can skip losing the items, do it. But welcome to the temple grounds. It's the official name of the area that we're in. There's a blast door blocking access. That one, this is the temple assembly site. It's a pretty big area. We don't actually have a lot to do here right now, considering we don't have all that many items. Well, many items, period. So, there are more splinter cocoons here if you missed the scan originally. With these splinters, if you're locked onto them and they lunge at you, just strafe out of the way, be in sideways. Or if you're just moving around, they usually have a kind of tough time hitting you. Are you stuck on the lower floor? Nope. Not quite. I almost hit it there, but not quite. So, unfortunately, we have another translator door blocking one of the ways forward. So again, the game developers are pushing us down a single path for now. Translator door. Cannot translate alien text. More destroyed splinter cocoons. Actually, if you have a keen eye, you can see a missile expansion up here that we can't get to. It's too high up. You can do, however. See, I can't get high enough to jump up there. Otherwise, you might be able to make it over to that expansion. So, just me being silly and jumping where I'm not supposed to. So, after trying to activate that crane, it looks like we damaged the wire, so just shoot it up a bit. It will drop the crate, and you can use it to move forward. So we have a new kind of gate here. It looks really similar to the other gate that we've seen, but this is actually a Mark 7 and not a Mark 6. Mark 7 defense gate, durable, Federation barrier. Gate is composed of densium. Invulnerable to most weapons, though high-yield explosives are effective. Often used in conjunction with a remote scan access control panel. So, to our right, we have some more densium. Which, if you listen closely, you can hear the item jingle. Or, unless you know that an item is nearby. So, unfortunately, we have to lock those gates behind us in order to proceed. So we won't be getting back to the area that we were in for a little while. Got more splinters here. So this area, more splinters. Yeah, probably the most potent weapon that we have right now is the charge beam. The only other way we have of hurting things is just regular power beam shots. So this is the Galactic Federation Communications Array. Part of a deep space communication system. Local interference is jamming its signal until it's clear. It's effectively useless. So looks like there's something that we can destroy up there, but we can't get up there for now. Got another lore entry. PFC El Bruda. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online. An atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. Hope is dwindling for finding any of these soldiers alive. You can scan this terminal here to try to send out a signal. It will fail, however, so there's really no reason to do it other than you get a cutscene out of the deal, I guess. It's not part of the logbook, it's not required, so, don't worry about it. Got more Dark Troopers. We had more Dark Troopers. This is not a required scan, but it's a plant. It looks like a plant. It's not actually a plant. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take care of these splinters. Oh, hey, the turret helped me take out the splinters. So, new enemy here. Growler class turret. Automated defense system. Lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can evade its tracking system. The GM42 Growler class turret is a dated design, though still quite effective as a point defense system. It's lightly armored and fast moving. Targets can evade its tracking system. Several copies of the system exist, including the Space Pirate Humility class automated turret. So, this guy is being a pain in the butt, so we'll just destroy him. This is the same gate as before. Not sure why it doesn't show up as already scanned. Maybe because the game wants to tell you that you have to scan this thing over here to actually open up the gate. But we have another logbook entry. Of course, being around the Galactic Federation's compound, we're finding a lot of them. Galactic Federation Marine Corps log entry SPCM Angseth. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. So, it's a little reference to the game itself. Now, this did not quite open properly, so just roll through at the right moment and you'll make it through. But we have finally hit the a different menu. Here's the map. But we finally, hit the GFMC Compound, which is Galactic Federation Marine Corps. In case you're wondering what the pause menu looks like, here's the logbook. So if we go into research, we can do biology, cocoons. And we have 7% of the scans so far. You can also look at the inventory. This is where you look at all of the items that you have. So power beam, charge beam, those are the only ones that we have right now. And then here's the options where you actually change the opacity of the HUD and the sound settings and that kind of stuff. Actually, I should check this. So I wanna see controls. So you can swap jump and fire and the visor and beam buttons, but I don't generally do that. You can also turn off lock on free aim, which I don't really like. Sensitivity. Okay, cool. I'm already set on advanced, which is the way I like it because it's the most sensitive. So, I believe you can actually get a scan of this before triggering this cutscene. Or not. Oh well, I tried. Well, luckily for us, there's something here that we can just stick our gun to and download all of these files. But hopefully we'll finally learn what happened to the platoon of troopers that were here. Final reports. While on patrol in the Dashes system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and it crashed on the planet Ether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Ether's atmosphere. Just like us. Heavy magnetic activity during the storms disabled our comms. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, one to set up an ops base, the other is going by really fast. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared. So, now that I'm looking at these cutscenes on the trilogy version, it's a little more apparent that these were pre-rendered, because they're not scaling up like the rest of the game is. A little drop in quality. But that is a lot of splinters. Those also don't look like normal splinters. Just gonna take a guess, they all die. Probably spoiled, the ending of this movie. That is a lot of splinters. Well, that sucks. All right, well, that was about as happy as Schindler's List. Memory core damage, unable to restore access, seek individual log entries in troop armor systems. So, you have a big crate here. Ordnance crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system hidden within this crate. Use of heavy force required to eliminate the crate. I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm going to gather up all these scans here first. So, new lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Galactic Federation Marine Corps personal log entry. Captain A. Exeter. I'm sure some of the other ones were probably military designations as well, but I'm not as familiar with some of them. I might be able to guess, but probably not worth the effort. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right, that hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. So we can finally actually scan the GFS TYR. And her class patrol ship, used to transport Galactic Federation Marines, vessel has sustained heavy combat damage. The Anher class is a state-of-the-art warship designed to police and defend planetary systems. This ship, GFS TYR, has been heavily damaged. It appears that the crew have dismantled parts of the TYR as well, possibly for use as makeshift defense systems. Alright. New lore entry. SPC F triplet. Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is that the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Brode, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. Okay, I'm looking for other things to scan. We won't do the scans inside the ship. We are kind of running out of time with this episode. Let's scan you from down here. Aha! All projectors are offline. Alright, let's get more of these lore entries. PFCG Haley. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. That was creepy. Alright. LCPLJ Brode. Man, I hope that is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. I had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. Alright, so... Oh, I missed one over here. PFCS Milligan. Brutal lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on, hey! Halt! No! Transmission ends. Okay. So, there's actually one up here on the ledge, which is a bit hard to see, but you can scan it from down here. PFCI Craney. Last night at Chow, Angsa starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Well, at the very least, Samus is real. I believe that covers all of the logbook entries that we can get from these guys. So, we'll open up this crate and see what's inside it in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. I've been redxparasite, signing out.